This was always going to be a somber service full of raw emotion, but the local community was determined that the victims' families wouldn't be alone. Thousands came from across the region,
Allahu Akbar.
So many that the prayer services had to be held in a sports field instead of the local mosque. The loss of Dia Shadi Barakat, his wife Yusor Mohammed Abu Salha and her teenage sister Razan has shocked this tight-knit university town, and there is anger amongst many.
We are concerned that the rising anti-Muslim rhetoric in our society may have encouraged some to commit violence against American Muslims. So we urge the law enforcement to investigate this case as a possible hate crime.
Craig Stephen Hicks has already been charged with first-degree murder, but it's the early findings of investigators that has upset Muslim Americans. Police here believe that Hicks shot the 3 students in an argument over parking, but their families say it was a hate crime.
I do want to take this opportunity, and I won't speak much about the investigation today at all because this is a time to be together. I will just recommit that we're examining every possible investigative angle to include the potential for a hate crime.
In a smaller, more private ceremony, those who knew and loved Dia, Yusor and Razan said their final goodbyes. For their families and the local community, their loss will be deeply felt for years to come. The last few days here have been filled with sadness and displays of solidarity, but this community will now be watching the ensuing investigation closely. Many here remain convinced that this was a crime motivated by religious hatred and nothing more. The FBI have now launched their own investigation, but many here are upset that the deaths of the 3 students weren't treated as a hate crime from the beginning.
The fact that we have to think, is this a hate crime, shows where we stand as Americans. You know, as a nation. That's sad. Why is that the case?
The exact reason why 3 young lives were taken in such a senseless way may never be known, but it's not going to stop those left behind seeking answers to difficult questions. Andy Gallacher, Al Jazeera, Wendell, North Carolina.